Okay, so. Go in order at 6:30. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You Bednar's. Yep. Oh, yeah, that's right, you had your peanuts. There we go. Okay, so. Where are we? Here we are. Added agenda items, I don't believe we have anything. So, acceptance of minutes of March 27th, 2024.
Make a motion to accept the minutes of March 27th, 2024 as submitted.
Second. Second, any discussion, additions, corrections? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Okay. And April 24.
Make a motion to accept the minutes of April 24th, 2024 as.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Aye? Aye. Thank you, that's perfect. Okay, minutes are accepted. Communications, I don't have anything outstanding on purpose. It's time for it. Okay, so. Right on schedule here, okay. We don't have any scheduled visitors. Is anybody online?
No.
Okay, good. We don't have any public participation at the moment. Any new applications?
No.
Okay, so we don't have any to approve. We haven't seen that application in a while. Legal will have to postpone. Mike Lanza will be here, but he won't be here immediately. So rather than phones are one. So we'll hold that early. Start our first public hearing.
Make a motion to suspend the regular meeting.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, motion carries.
Make a motion to open the public hearing on revision to sewer usage charges. Sewer usage.
Second, I'm sorry. I was thinking, I know it's scary.
All in favor?
Alright,
Okay, another one to.
Make a motion to dispense with reading of individual revisions as itemized in the legal notice published in the Journal Inquirer on May 18th, 2020.
God, I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, Town of East Windsor Water Pollution Control Authority, public hearing on proposed revision to sewer user charge. The Water Pollution Control Authority of the Town of East Windsor will hold a regular meeting starting at 6:30 p.m. on Wednesday, May 29, 2024. The on-site meeting is restricted to commissioners and staff. The public may participate via the remote video conferencing platform Zoom. Details to join the meeting are available on the WPCA meeting agenda, which is posted on the Town of East Windsor website. During this meeting, a public hearing will be held pursuant to section 7-255 of the Connecticut General Statutes to give property owners who will have sewer user charges levied against them an opportunity to be heard as to proposed revision to the charges. A copy of proposed revisions. The charge is on file in the office of the Water Pollution Control Authority, 192 South Water Street, East Windsor, Connecticut. The sewer user charge format is based on a unit charge, and each unit will pay the sum of $428 annually. The charge will become effective July 1, 2024, and will be billed annually with total payment due beginning July 1, 2024 and ending June 30, 2025 for bills in excess of $100. It is at the option of the user to pay in full or in 2 installments, with the second installment being due January 1, 2025. Interest will be charged for delinquent accounts as provided by section 7-258 of the Connecticut General Statutes, with a minimum interest charge of $2. The balance of the previously adopted schedule concerning sewer user charges, including the number of units which will be assessed against each property owner, will remain the same except for those listed below. Town of East Windsor Water Pollution Control Authority, Paul Anderson, Chairman. That's what I'm not reading.
I know,
Yeah, okay,
that's why I said thank God.
in case you didn't see it. Okay, so here we are, and still no one is connected. So do we have any questions on this? Okay, just for information purposes, I did some research. And the -15 at 172 Bald Bridge Street Corporation is a car wash. The
Someone's coming.
plus 36 at 84 North Road is East Windsor's Sophie Noble. It's a car wash. There's a -11 of TCWC Holding, East Windsor LLC at 30 South Main Street. That's a car wash. Let's see.
What's the point on the car washes? I missed that, I'm sorry.
Okay, I'll wait till I finish.
Oh, okay.
-11, 248, 250, Balch, another car wash. I'm kidding. So. What it amounts to is, I just went down looking for some of the big things that changed, not all. But I wanted to understand those properties which are not well defined, and it turns out they're all car washes. It's just a coincidence. Basically, okay, the one on Route 5 was shut down, we changed ownership and got rebuilt.
Right.
So that put their usage way down. One farther up Route 5, north of Sophia's, apparently hasn't been doing much business. I believe that one is, nope, hang on, yes. That one is kind of, doing a lot less, okay? But, yeah, Sophie Noble came in with their estimated 60 units, but it's 36 more than that one got actually. That happens. So it's been busy apparently. So that's all. I mean, outside of that, is there anything else? Yes, there's Bradley Enterprises, 161 Bridge. Not sure what that is. Isn't that the hotel? Yeah, okay. And they're down 38. They were at 83, they're down 38. That's the biggest changes that I know of. But just for information purposes, nothing. Comments, questions? Hearing none. We can entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
Make a motion to close the public hearing on revision to sewer use charges.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Go to the next motion.
Make a motion to post the revision to sewer use charges as published.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, that one's done. Have the next public hearing. Oh, no, next motion. Sorry, we have to do that in two steps. Thank you.
Make a motion to impose a rate of $428 per sewer use unit based on 4,918 units for a billable budget of $2,098,240.
Second,
Any discussion?
where last year's rate was,
416,
okay. Just wanted to-
going up $12.
Yeah, wanted that on the record, thank you.
Other questions, comments? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Make a motion to open the public hearing for West River Farms LLC, 27 West River Road through Bucket, 25 Thomas Road.
Second,
All in favor?
aye.
Okay, motion carries. Okay, Town of East Windsor Water Pollution Control Authority. Water Pollution Control Authority of the Town of East Windsor will hold a regular meeting starting at 6:30 PM on Wednesday, May 29th, 2024, at the EWWPCA Administration Building, 192 South Water Street, East Windsor, Connecticut. The on-site meeting is restricted to commissioners and staff. The public may participate via the remote video conferencing platform Zoom. Details to join the meeting are available on the WPCA agenda, which is posted on the town website. During this meeting, the following public hearing on the calculation and imposition of facility connection charges on the following property will be heard. West River Farms LLC, 27 West River Road, 1 EDU, $6,500. West River Farms, 34 West River Road, 1 EDU, $6,500. Paquette, 25 Tromley Road, 1 EDU, $6,500. Copies of said proposed calculations are on file, open to public inspection at the Office of the Water Pollution Control Authority, 192 South Water Street, East Windsor, Connecticut, dated the 17th day of May 2024. Paul Anderson, Chairman, Town of East Windsor, Water Pollution Control Authority. And again, there's nobody online. So, questions? Comments? No jumping up and down? Okay, if there's none, then we can take a motion.
Motion to close the public hearing for West River Farms LLC, 27 West River Road through Bucket, 25 Thomas Road.
Second,
All in favor?
aye.
Right. We don't ready, we can, I believe, propose to
Make motion to adjourn the regular.
Second,
get to turn it off. Oh, all in favor? Yeah, right. Sorry, thank you.
Make a motion to impose the facility tax charges for West River Farms LLC, 27 West River Road through Bucket, 25 Trombley Road as published.
second,
All in favor?
aye.
Aye, done, finished, yeah. Next. New page. Unfinished business, IT status. Anything good happening in the world of electronics, computing and things like that?
We haven't had any failures,
I love that.
right?
Oh,
Communication wise, we only have one, and it was a generator running from a power outage, so nothing that was out of the norm. That's the only real.
Beautiful.
There, so, everything seems to be still running properly.
get beat up. Okay. That'll bring us down to discussion regarding revision of FCC regulations. Now that gets to be intriguing. Package that. Got packages on everything. Here we go. Okay. You each have a copy of that, I believe. You don't, somehow you do. Or maybe you do. Oh, you do have it. Oh, never mind. Okay. All right. So, the big concern that I know of is paragraph 6.
Right.
Third page 4, according to the paper,
Exemptions.
which is exemptions, okay? And the way it's written, basically, a significant portion of the cost for the construction of the sewer treatment plant will be borne by the town of East Windsor General Fund in recognition of the financial obligations of the town of East Windsor. Therefore, for such direct payment for the construction of the sewer treatment plant, all municipal facilities shall be exempt from the FCC, which is true. They paid for this plant. Well, that's not the point. They paid it.
Right.
And the agreement was that they upgrade the plant and they don't pay FCC charges. That's exactly what it says. It's not based on us paying or being absolved of payment other than,
But once again, we have something that should, and we don't do it enough, have a cutoff date.
well, that could very well be. So, hang on, I'm gonna bring up some more information.
Okay.
And then I'll turn it over to anybody who wants to discuss it. Okay. We have a letter, copy of a letter from, Carl Andolina to Mr. John Burnham, the chairman of the Housing Authority. He did research and, he cites obviously that paragraph that all municipal facilities are exempt from the facility connection charge. And it is opinion, is my opinion, that the exemption of the FCC ordinance would apply to projects of the housing authority. Now, additionally, and this is important to me, and researchers, there are several statutory sections that prohibit municipalities from collecting taxes, assessments, and charges from housing authority projects. These include, he cites a couple of statutes. These sections provide that in lieu of real property taxes, special benefit assessments, and sewerage use charges, the authority shall make a payment in lieu of taxes to the maximum municipality. The amount of such pilot payment in lieu of taxes is set forth in the statutes and is based on shelter rent. In my view, the facility connection charge could fall within the category of a special assessment. That's just, I'm not going through the entire letter. I don't think we need to, but I just want to point that out, that there may be statutory limitations on some things. Now, the sewer user fees have been paid by the town. In full or in part?
They pay the full amount in 2 installments.
It gets paid, okay. And they collect pilot money from the housing authority, and then they in turn have been paying us. Facility connection charge, that could also apply, I'm not saying it doesn't. And with the time payment system, maybe that would work correctly. So you're right, Jim, that putting something in permanently, that's a forever thing. Forever's a bad way to write anything.
Well, and we're having all this discussion and it's all nice and wonderful, but my plan, when it's time, because I'm going to make a motion that we remove number 6 from our regulations. It's that simple. We don't need to discuss things anymore, no more attorneys. If his exemption's not there, it's not there. We have the right now to do it. It does not affect any project that the town's doing right now. If we wait, we're gonna get caught.
Okay. Okay, but the process is. You plan to do this and then you have to hold a public hearing,
Okay, well then,
which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
okay,
I'm not gonna dispute it, and the question would only come up, is there anything else that we should be looking at on this document so we can,
well,
make this worthwhile? And maybe we need to, by the way, the housing authority project is forever.
well, but all they have to do is walk into town hall, pay the permit money, and the project's on. And the minute that date falls into the zoning office when the permit was issued, for whatever they're doing, then we are under obligation to follow that by the dates.
Correct.
So the longer this takes to remove this, the
Right.
more we're putting our users at risk of a financial loss.
Yes. I
So
totally
my
agree.
opinion is
Yeah.
that this should be, we can come back to this anytime. We can come back to this whole document and redo it. But the most important thing to get done in this matter, ASAP, is to eliminate that exemption. It's of no value to anyone anymore except it's a detriment to our users.
Mhm.
And that includes the town of East Windsor, because they're gonna pay via their payments as well. So my point is, I understand what you're saying, we probably need to do the whole thing. But I think that this should be on the next meeting's agenda as a public hearing. If somebody wants to stop us, and it very well could happen, because they have attorneys that will come in and stop us, that's fine, but let's
Oh, yeah.
go,
Well,
let's move forward. We can come back to this entire document again, I've got no problem. But I would like this to be on the next meeting as a public hearing on that one item. Let's get it done, let's get it over, and then all these letters won't matter. All these opinions will
no,
not
I
matter.
understand where you're at.
But the longer we wait and delay, that is our detriment. And if we do that, then we're just handing money out. And I don't feel right. I'm trying to protect the consumer here. From something that originally, when this was done, this was to the benefit of the town. This is economic development right in your face saying, this is how we're gonna do it. The town's gonna expand the sewer plant
Yep.
because we want economic development, which will bring us a larger grand list tax base, commercial wise. And at the same time, because we're paying, this is back when things were not what they are now. This thing is so obsolete now. We really need to move. If I could do it tonight, I would do it. I
I
understand.
understand that.
Okay, but I understand, but I think to even wait for us to get into the rest of the document, that's why we have things in our charter, still in our charter. Because nobody
It
will
never gets
discuss,
done.
it never gets done, because it gets muddied by all the other stuff that everybody wants. I don't want, the rest of this, you look through it, for the most part, it's pretty good. It's not perfect. This exemption is biting us in the butt right now. And I really would love, if I have to make a motion, I don't know how to get it on the agenda for next time meeting. How do I do that?
You can make a motion that we propose to revise the FCC regulations to eliminate paragraph 6. There's a motion.
Okay, that's the did you get that? Thank you. I make that motion.
What are your thoughts first?
Well, the town is not paying for upgrade to the plant and hasn't for a long time. So this all identifies the fact that this operation here could not finance it. And so the town bonded it, but it's paid off. So
It's just a historical note.
Right. It's
this
something,
becomes something in here that applied at the time. Does it apply now? Well, it's a fair case to say no.
Well, I can tell you, I was here for the original application of it.
Yeah.
I served on commissions and boards, and I can tell you that's exactly what went on. Is the town and the Water Pollution Control Authority were working together for the success of both entities. Okay, that time has passed, and it became passed the minute the town, and what should have happened, the minute the town stopped providing money to fix roofs, etc. And the users, that's the original way it was set up to run. This thing is archaic, should be out of there. I'm not against opening the rest of the document at some future point, but this is something that right now, we've got 3 lawyers with opinions. We've got people making plans based on it. And we need to say, no, this isn't going to happen. This isn't the same situation anymore.
When was bonds paid off?
I don't know that.
15 years ago, 10 years ago, back when I was,
Somewhere in that realm.
back when I was a selectman or before.
But it's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been quite a while, and actually, this should have been listed as during the time of paying the bonds.
Repayment. That's what you're saying?
And when the bonds are paid, then this paragraph. is-
Yeah, or even if they had put
Oh.
a date on it.
Oh, whichever, well, better off leaving it with the payment part of it,
I understand.
because the taxpayers are putting that money out.
And when they did
They
this,
got a
I know
benefit
that
from
the
it.
best intention.
Which is fine, I don't have a problem with that, but. Now we're talking about. We have a roughly 50% capacity, however, that's not quite true. We're running at about 50% on an average, we have hit 90%. Based on the rainy season. And. Projects that the town will do will take away capacity.
Well,
And, hold on, and economic development takes away capacity. When we get beyond 70% usage. Okay, 70% capacity used. Rainy seasons may put us over 100%.
Right.
Well, we don't have a way to manage 100%, over
Correct.
100%.
correct.
That means it's overflowing.
That's correct.
That's not a spot. Well, then you get into that spot and you look at, do we need an upgrade?
Well,
Well, okay. But if everybody, that's FCC money is to help offset some of the cost of an upgrade. That's what it's for, because people pay for the capacity they take away. Here. Anything related to town doesn't pay. But the capacity still disappears. And it doesn't come back, it goes away permanently. And then we're gonna come down time for an upgrade at some point. I would suggest that in today's environment, nobody's gonna wanna hear about an upgrade.
not only
Because
that,
we're probably talking $40 million. Give or take, maybe 50, I don't know, they're all ridiculously expensive. Enfield's going through one that started at 50, it's up to 80, and it's still climbing.
right,
They haven't even got it done. The numbers keep growing and growing and growing, and we don't have a place to put an upgrade, so that means some land's gotta be put as part of this facility to be able to upgrade. And while you're upgrading, this has to keep operating. So that means you don't upgrade here, you upgrade somewhere else. And then when it's done, you can switch over. So that becomes a massive project. And that can be a major problem. So the problem is that we are not collecting facility connection charges from anything to do with the town. Yet, we're gonna be expected to cough up a bunch of money for the upgrade. I don't know where it comes from. Taxpayers, it's where it's gonna come from. It's either that, or there's no connections.
well,
We're done.
and that's the next step in what's gotta occur, and that's why I
Right.
said.
So
We
that's
need to
why,
eliminate,
yes,
oblivious, not oblivious,
I know what you're saying, it's obsolete.
yeah,
Now, could it come back in the future based on an upgrade? yes.
We could, you know, they've issued to us, which we're not even discussing, but there's a memorandum of understanding
Yeah, I
going
know.
around.
That's-
That would be an important part of the memorandum, if the town really wanted to negotiate with us. Which is to say in the memorandum, if the town wishes to grow. At some point, there may be a discussion about facility charges and so on with new projects. And expansion, because that's what occurred here,
Mhm.
but it can't be part of the regulations like this was. This should have been written as part of a contract with the town.
Yeah, I got you. Fair enough.
And I
I know
don't
what
know
you
the
mean.
deal on how to do that, but I know.
No doubt.
So, your opinion. I've heard him.
Yes. Should this be removed from here? I think it's a good idea.
to remove it.
Yep.
That's fine, because I'm hearing him clearly, and I was trying to follow. what
Well,
you
I'm
were
trying to go
to-
through step by step, and the point is this, eliminates our possibility of getting any money from connections that everybody else has to pay for. When they take away capacity, and that's what you're doing.
Right.
Can only handle so much with this plant, the way it's built. And when that ends, and you can only grow so big, and then you gotta turn down connections, which turns down growth.
Right.
There's no option,
So,
so I think
remove
that
this is what you're.
remove that one paragraph as a single item to bring this up to date. Now, there's gonna come a time down the road shortly, we're gonna have to review the dollar amount, but that, I want to keep that totally separate.
It should be separate.
Yeah.
Right, and this will be creating a level playing field for when we do have to discuss this with the town at a future date.
Mhm.
It puts everything back to where it was, in the sense of we can work together. We did that with, is it South Road or whatever road up there where the folks had to mess up with
South
the
Road.
state.
Yeah.
And we're not against working with
No,
them, but we
no,
can't have
not
it
at all.
just be arbitrarily you have to.
Yeah.
And I think that's to protect the consumers.
Second,
Thank you.
Yeah.
You'll see that project in our website.
No, but there's other projects,
No,
there are other
and
projects,
you have to start thinking about capacity.
so we gotta look at the big picture. These things. So, we have the motion, Ben seconded, we've discussed it. To get to the second. So what I'm gonna say is, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, that's unanimous. So that's gonna be where we're going forward. We'll work out the legal notice. What we just accomplished is the FCC regulations to remove paragraph 6. Okay, we're gonna hold a public hearing next month. Okay. That's that item about that. No, no.
Thanks for saying.
Do it, I can.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know you could do it, I have told. But, pardon me?
I'm gonna put it on a leash.
Okay, we're gonna head back to legal. Kind of skipped on you temporarily. To make this work, and we're looking at, what are we doing? Oh, the Park Hill Facility Connection Chart, well, okay, so we kind of just addressed that. Because if we remove this, then there's no exemption. If it happens, we think that's the appropriate thing to do. And yes, Marie's correct in that it's gonna be a long time before that project can happen. However, there are other projects. Community center is one of them. Community center is gonna be, gonna have to go through an FCC public hearing. Because the usage there will increase quite a bit with full-time offices. We don't know what that usage will be, but that'll all have to get sorted out at some point in time. And it will. Somewhere down the road.
It's in here, I'm just looking quickly, there's things in there for them that are already addressing that. What you're talking about, what community center and cost. We're changing the use.
It is a change of use.
Yeah, I know,
Oh, no,
it's all in
it
there.
fits.
Okay,
Oh, no, no, no.
that's what I'm
I
making sure,
understand that.
made me a little nervous, okay.
No, except
Moving
that,
on,
hold on,
I'm fine.
going back to what you said before, this is a project that's already underway. However, I don't know, okay, I don't wanna be done with this.
No.
I don't think it's the right thing to do. So, the Park Hill facility situation is kind of, handling itself in the sense that it's a roughly estimated $80 million project, they don't have any money at all. So, first thing they have to do is get some kind of conceptual plan to go out for grants. I'm sure that'll all happen next week. They do? No, not that sketch thing, that's not plans. Oh, no, it has to be, more concrete than that to be able to get a grant. I think, cause we were already told that image you're seeing, that's not what it looked like. That's, I understand. It's a starting point to everything, there's nothing wrong with that. So that's perfectly acceptable. So there you go on that one. Wow. Pressure's up. Sort of. As far as legal goes.
Well, don't we have a definition of what is considered a town? Do I talk about that in the regulation?
Yeah, and that's what six will eliminate any discussion. We discussed it, we decided that it's good for when it occurred, it's the right thing, but now it's obsolete, and instead of getting into all the attorneys and legal note and all that, just eliminate the exemption before they file a permit. And thus it's not grandfathered in, it's gone.
I think that's good.
Good, thank you for that input.
That was the, why weren't you here 20 minutes ago?
That's done. Okay, so now,
Don't you guys have your,
don't pick on him.
but isn't there also I don't want, no, that's fine, let's move on.
It's okay.
We're still at some point, Mike, we're gonna probably look at this whole document, but the exemption thing was the thing to get rid of, because it stops the process that's been occurring.
Okay, so the next item is bill sheet review. And for what it's worth, you have the summary as part of your package, 92% of the year, 94% of the money, we're right at near the end of the year, we're sort of in the near break even point. Although, a lot of work going on around here. You know, that's the big. But I'm not gonna worry about that today. Oh, God. No, that should be fine. There's an item that. You get an answer on your, like, your, request for adjusting the retainer?
I know.
Well. Back to legal temporarily, I didn't bring the copy, so I don't have the information. But there was a request sent in by email, which I did not bring. That the retainer be increased, what, 7,500 to 10,000?
Correct. And the last time I had it increase was 2,000.
I don't know, it was a while ago, I know that. So that is something we should be discussing.
What figure to what figure?
7,500 a year to 10,000.
Motion to increase the retainer to come to plans to 10,000.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Right.
It's approved.
Thank you.
No, it's okay. It's in my brain, not on paper. throws me off, but that's appropriate. Okay, so, I don't know if you guys have any questions on the bill sheet stuff that you saw. If not, we'll move to superintendent's report. Most things will be an executive session.
All right. So, outside, as you saw, there's equipment in the front parking lot. We had a sinkhole that's been developing over some time out there. When we had a bunch of roll-off dumpsters here for the project of getting out the sludge out of the tank, one of the trucks backed over and exposed the sinkhole by kind of falling into it a little bit. So they threw some stone in there as temporary, which was great, and we had a company come out and they took it and they've been working on it. They dug yesterday, got all the way down. Thankfully, there was no crack in any of the piping. It was just water accumulation on the top over time is getting into the sleeve where the valve chamber is, the stem, and it was just eroding that soil away for, it had to be at least 5 to 8 years.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
So we're in good shape there. We were potentially having to put a patch on a pipe, drain pipe. We'd have to do that. So it's gonna sit like that for a little while to let it all settle, resettle, because they went down about 8 foot,
Yeah.
at least. For the valves. Questions about that at all? No, okay. Monthly wet wells, we completed our monthly wet well cleanings for the pump stations, that went great. Safety's always number one.
Yeah.
Everyone was fine, everything went well. We also cleaned our WAS tank, which is the 2 tanks over the first one is where all the process goes into that tank. The waste sludge, waste activated sludge is what it is. Goes onto the bilk press, goes through. That first tank hasn't been cleaned in a long time. One is the safety aspect of it. It's difficult to work in. And 2 is just, you have to really segregate a time slot to take that down because you can't waste any sludge for that time. So the crew was really good. We set out a great project plan, went over it for multiple days to be able to make it efficient for us getting in there. We took out over 100 buckets, 5-gallon buckets of rags that were just accumulated all over the diffusers, which is our blower system that keeps the air running through the sludge. So we replaced those diffusers with new duckbills that work awesome. We have them in the other side already, and they are more of like a duckbill, the face like the head of a duck. And what they do is they open just a tad for the air to go through, and they close up right away, so you don't have any sludge getting back into the airline, which the blowers, you start getting that plugged up, and the blowers aren't. So, any questions?
The buckets of rags, that's the stuff people have flushed.
Yes. Yep.
We were doing a campaign of promoting to people what to flush, what not to flush.
Mhm.
Maybe when you get a chance to talk to Art and follow up on continuing that. We were doing education, I think, through the school system.
I think that just said,
Was it Ed? One of those two was
Yeah.
going it. Cause
Okay.
I was driving them crazy with it. And,
Yeah.
then we would try to put something like in the town's Village Voice. Maybe even a public, press release, anything we can do to get people to not flush some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Cause they really don't understand. They think it's okay to flush.
everything's
Yeah.
flushable if you get it in there.
If I'm not correct, I think there's not a lawsuit, there was one or something where they couldn't say flush, or they're
Yeah.
petitioning it to be able to not say flushable on the actual package.
You're correct. The
Hopefully
problem with that is a long process.
Yeah.
People don't
yeah.
react.
No, you're right,
So if we could just, that way, we can at least say we're attempting to, if we cut it down to 450 buckets instead of 500, it'd be a step forward.
Yeah. Well, it increases the overall cost.
Yeah, I mean, one of the reasons why we do our web cleanings is because it will become a major problem if we don't
Right.
get on top of that stuff too.
We do have some little cards up by the payment window that say, it doesn't come out of your body, it doesn't go in the pot.
Yeah, well, maybe that's something we get in the Village Voice. I'm serious, we've gotten articles.
Yeah.
And they're just like any other thing, if you give them a picture or something. And put from the water pollution control, I mean, why not?
Hmm.
But and it's actually good for people even with septics. Cause
Yeah,
then they
oh, yeah.
flush stuff that shouldn't go in the septic.
Why
it's
don't we
not
put
good.
something that says, this is your dump tank.
Mhm.
This is our dump tank and get the wet well. Got it.
Yeah.
So anything we can do along that lines, I'm always like, I don't wanna spend money, but there's free avenues
It's
to.
pretty much,
Yeah.
reaching a lot of people. That's always good.
But those cards, that would be perfect, we could copy that somehow. Yeah, matter of fact, if you scan that and send me a copy, I'll make sure it gets out
Okay, great.
social media wise.
Perfect, thanks.
Yep.
Lastly, I had, just jotting some stuff down, we have, Scout Hall generator. We are now on a temporary service. For now, don't know the extent of how long, but, actually right up there, I created a procedure for us how to use this temporary generator. Cause they disconnected ours, so now we're running off of their temporary generator's power. We have to go and manually start it, so there's a procedure there. We don't know how to use theirs, but we do now. I talked that with Joe, getting that out.
So what happened at Skeleton? We installed a generator, a transfer switch for the pump station.
Right.
Not for anything else, because we have to. So. In the process of the construction, it's in the way of what they have to do. So, without going into a whole story about the back and forth. I told Jason, who ended up calling, that yes, you can have you guys disconnect the generator. And you could place it out in the front parking lot near the pump station. Cause the parking lot's closed during
Right.
construction. And that's it, then you're done touching it. You can't do anything else with it. It's ours. But you do what you gotta do, they had to rip out the concrete pad, part of what they're doing, it was in the way.
Well, makes sense.
And the issue was, if you don't let us do it, we stop construction. Can't. It's in the way. Okay, so that got done. So now what we have to do is we gotta get a hold of the tower generator, have them evaluate the circumstance on how do we get this generator connected to the pump station again. Nowhere near the building. Separate electricity, separate gas. Completely independent. It was fine when it was attached to the building, cause that's where the power came from, can't do that anymore. So that's what's going to happen, but it's gonna become a cost for the project. Which I've already gotten pushback on that. But to me, it was fine. You didn't touch it, left it the way it was, it would have worked just fine, and we'd be all set. But you have to have it moved, which is fine, part of your project, and you're gonna pay to reinstall it. Because it wasn't our idea. So there you go, anyhow, that's what's going to happen, and it'll take some time. In the meantime, they connected a temporary generator to the Scout Hall for all of it. Which right now is handling everything temporarily, but that's during construction. That won't be the final product. They thought they were gonna put in a generator big enough to handle everything, but they can't, because ours has to be exclusively for the pump station, maintained by us. It's in the rules. State decides that, we don't decide that.
But we were already doing that, right? Wasn't that generator already ours?
Yes,
Yes.
but it was physically in the way of construction, so it had to go.
Okay,
Okay, but what I explained to Jason is, no, you can't put in a generator to handle the building and the pump station. Because then who's maintaining the generator?
no, that's.
We can't do that because it's required that we have a standalone generator maintained by us, which we test weekly, I believe. Or close to it.
We check it
Bi-weekly.
weekly,
Yeah,
run it.
that's what I
bi-weekly.
mean. Yeah, run it bi-weekly, and we have tower generator come in and do regular maintenance on it. Because the statutes require that the pump station has electricity no matter what,
right,
and that's what it's all about.
So
So
we're,
we're gonna, it's step by step.
right,
So
step by step, we're incurring costs.
we're incurring costs, that is correct, we will be incurring costs, that's,
Do we have an idea of how much in cost?
no, that's why tower generator is gonna come out and evaluate and give us
Okay.
a price of the things that have to happen. There's gotta be a concrete pad, there's gotta be it, blah, 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 I don't know what's got, I don't care. Whatever's gotta be done, give us the breakdown so we know what we're talking about, then we can deal with it. But it has to happen no matter what.
And that's because the generator has to be separate from the building.
Yeah. The regulations from the state, you will do this.
Okay.
And it is appropriate.
Yep.
And all our pump stations are done that way, they have to be. And we have to maintain it. And we have to certify that, yes, everything works according to your requirements.
I've got a pump station on North Road. I'm just using a theory. I'm asking a question.
I mean, is this a real one?
No, I'm saying, let's say hypothetically, I have a
Yeah.
pump station on North Road.
Yes,
And I use North Road because it isn't developed yet.
okay,
I'm a developer, I come in, I'm gonna build on this property. And I, as a private developer, I'm moving your pump station. I'm required to, for whatever reason. Who would pay for that movement? Would the developer be responsible for that, or would we be responsible?
okay, it's tough theoretical only because we don't have anything on private property.
Okay, this
On
state,
purpose,
on
that's the
purpose,
reason.
right,
We
right.
have nothing on private
But
property.
this generator here by Scout Hall is on private property?
No, sound property.
Well, that would be private property then. That's not our property. Separation of the two. That is town
Well-
property.
Okay, but you could have said that when the pump station was put in, it was on town property.
No, I'm asking, do we have we don't have any other pump stations that are on a property like that. That's the only one.
Not that I know of.
I,
We do, I mean, I think the one on, that supports the, mansions on the
Through
skin.
140, I'm not sure if we lease that.
I think we have, no, we don't lease it by property, believe, but, well, it could be $1, but I think it's, I don't know, I know it's on the land records.
okay, so let's
Yeah.
say we have a leased property there and someone comes in and says, buys up the land.
Yeah.
You got a lease and they're not trying to evict you, but they need to do construction on that land and they need you to move your pump station or do what similar to
I hear
what's
you.
occurring.
They're never gonna get approval unless they agree to.
Paying for
Cost.
themselves.
Of course they're gonna pay
It's a-
for it.
it's a-
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Yep,
to
there's
me,
always-
it's,
I'm just
It's-
seeing how we would handle it. That's
oh,
all
no,
I'm asking.
okay, I consider it virtually cut and dry. Everything was fine, you got your project, you need this moved, it needs to be reinstalled. It's your project, you pay the bill,
Okay.
done. Okay, now, do you pay the bill from the vendor? No. You reimburse us for the cost when you're done. Has to be that way. And it's gotta come out of that money. Well,
Do we have an agreement that says that?
no, we don't have anything.
Okay, that's the concern
No.
I have.
No.
I'm trying to see if
I
we
think we have
other
legal
precedent.
standing.
Okay. All right, well, let it go with that, let's see what
Because
happens.
you said we couldn't have our generator anymore. But we don't have that option,
I'm
so.
I'm looking at what we've done in the past and we
I
haven't
don't-
run into
We've
this.
never done this before, no,
That answers that.
that's never come up,
Okay,
no,
Can I make one more comment?
Yes.
Marie had asked me if we were in any violation currently with the temporary generator. And I do not believe we are, but,
providing we have control of it.
yes, I do want to send out an email, just to let the state know that we are running at a temporary generator.
Yes,
For that.
because it's
location.
construction project, yeah.
And so at least they know, so if something
Right.
was to happen.
They should
have-
know.
Yes,
If we were wrong in our assumptions, then they would
Yeah,
at least
they
come
would.
out and say, look, thanks for the email, you need to stop immediately, we're not upset.
Yes. And they would be in control of that situation where we say, hey,
Yeah.
the state's telling us this isn't even acceptable.
It could be, yeah, but they need to know, yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
I just wanna make sure
Yeah.
that we're.
What we didn't wanna do was
Thank you, Marie.
put a stop to that project.
No,
That
we're not
would've been a
looking to do
big
that at
mistake.
all.
So.
Mhm.
And I did tell Jason that, our ratepayers aren't paying for it,
Well,
not our project. Now, he doesn't like it, but I don't care about like. Like is not involved. This is talk about process and procedure and how things work.
well, and that's why we're eliminating, trying to eliminate number 6, that's why
Yeah.
we've had people come in here poverty stricken, and we made them pay,
Yeah,
so. we're
right,
try-
because we don't have a choice.
And that's why I was asking we've not run into this before. It's something we will need to think about in our possible future,
Right,
and that's all.
yep, fair enough.
Can I just for clarification, Max,
Yes,
when they moved it? They kept it all together,
no, it's one piece.
it's one piece, so they moved the piece.
The generator, they picked up the generator after they disconnected it,
So,
and they physically put it in the parking lot. Where I asked them to put it near the pump station, because the parking lot's closed. During construction, because they had to rip out the pad.
so where's it gonna go?
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet?
No,
Okay,
oh no,
We just,
oh no, I
I
want,
wanted to make sure I didn't miss that.
No.
So we have this generator, but
Okay.
I don't know what we're doing yet, okay,
no, I don't.
I just wanna.
I
understand.
need the professionals to come
I'll
out,
tell you where it should go.
the ones who installed it in the first place, to tell us, how do we do this? And whatever they require us to do to make that work correctly will be done. The only bad part is, pump station is pretty flat. This generator isn't, so now you're gonna have a generator out there. Near that entrance, that's the way it goes, I don't control that. Cause it has to be there, so we don't have any choice on that matter. You can't bury it, you can't hide it. Whatever, oh, sorry. I won't say you can't hide it, you could try to hide it with something, but the point being, it's gotta be out there by the street. Somewhere, but exactly where, and exactly how, I do not know. But that's, we have to meet the requirements, we don't have a choice. It'll work. I don't think it's, it doesn't have to be, an eyesore, but it does have to be. I mean, could it have a stockade fence around it, possibly, if there's enough clearance? For normal processes to be done, that type of thing. Our goal is not to make it look horrible, is the idea, is to, number one, meet the technical requirement. And let a professional tell us how it needs to be done. If we start figuring it out, we're not in the generator business. So I don't think we should be doing that. It all has to operate for everything. Okay, but that was a good thing to bring up. Anything else? Okay, you had your big chance there, okay.
Well, I mean, I gave you.
Yeah, no, you did good.
You've
I have no
done
problem.
Yeah.
I got no problem.
Alright.
No transfers this month? Okay. So our next item is gonna be executive session. And I would like our attorney to be involved, and I'd like Mr. Bednarz to be involved.
Would you first one? Steve. Make a motion, enter executive. Session. Following personnel.
Can I just ask a
Yes.
question before I leave?
Yes, you can. For
The last meeting we were at, there was talk that the previous superintendent in Enderley and Bozick.
Yeah.
They're gonna come back on contract.
they are.
Oh, they are back on contract.
Oh, yes.
I wanted to ask. I
Oh,
thought
no,
it
that was
allowed-
more or less immediate at this point,
That was a
yes.
big deal.
Yeah.
I'll
They
leave
are.
it, sure.
Yeah, no, they're keeping us up to date.
That-
and what they're doing. So,
You tell me.
hopefully it
we
makes for
are.
a
I'll,
smooth transition.
We won't be taking any direct action, I don't believe, so we'll just get you signed with German. Okay? Oh, in the motion.
Great to see you.
Steve, good luck.
Oh, Brian and Laura and them? No, but I went to school with them.
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
And I see Brian out. and he's
We
been-
finally get rid of, no, I'm really sorry.
Eventually.
All right, good luck.
Yes, thank you.
Thank
At
you.
this point in time in life, I decided to narrow it down.